Good morning.
Oh, we're live.
Good morning.
Here we are. Yeah, but not over
We
here.
are giggling.
This
We're
is us
getting
every
there.
day, though. Let's be real.
I am Laurie, the reigning baking challenge.
She's never going to let us forget.
I forgot my tiara, or I would have worn that as well.
I'm Patti, the last place champion, and I can actually bake.
You can bake.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I
Weirdly.
actually liked your cupcakes.
I did not like my cupcakes.
I only ate
was
the
really
frosting
good.
and the top part.
Okay.
I never ate the bottom
The
part.
bottom was pretty dry, I'm going to say.
So I'm like, I don't know what people are talking about. I think these cupcakes are fabulous.
Yeah. No, Lane and I had them right when they were out of the oven, and I texted him. He was downstairs. I said, what do you think of that cupcake? It was dry. I said, I know.
I told Kirby that if she does the baking challenge with us, though, whatever recipe that we give her, she needs to follow. And she was not on board with that.
Really?
I said she can even choose her own recipe, one she hasn't used before, but she has to, because she wanted it to be like I'm going to bake my best thing. And I'm like, oh, no.
No, you've got to follow the recipe. How was the sorbet? Was the sorbet good?
The raspberries were like almost too ripe. So it was very tart.
They had that really, when they're at the end of season.
Had 4 packs of them, and one of them was moldy, and I grabbed 2 packs. So
and of course, the next time with her, they had beautiful red raspberries. I mean, who knows if they taste good?
Yeah. So it was good. I mean, I liked it. I would eat it. But
not that I sabotaged anybody and gave you frozen raspberries.
Okay, she gave me frozen raspberries that she then proceeded to leave on my floor in my office all day.
Oh.
I walked in my office, I'm like, what are these?
I thought they probably had to thaw out.
They were just like,
it was a frozen sorbet she was making, but didn't you have to cook it like into a compote or something? No.
I had to.
Yeah.
I had to for mine.
I can't believe that. And then when you said there was cherry chunks in it, I was like, I think you're supposed to strain that.
No.
Okay.
I think they were supposed to cook down.
Morning, Deborah.
Yeah.
I think I wasn't patient
Morning, Deborah.
enough.
Good morning, Patti. Nice
Good
to see both of you today.
I just packed up Deborah's order, I think, just the other day.
You did, because she called me over and she says, look, Deborah placed an order.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you.
Yes, we did just find her sash and I very begrudgingly handed her that.
Actually, I'm so deserving of this because
really are.
You like scared me how difficult it was, and it's just totally beginner's luck. I could make those like 8 times and never make them as good as they were. They were really, really good. Like some of the best macarons I'd had. Oh. And they were like crunchy on the outside and then that mush, you know what I mean? That.
Well,
and they had feet, which I now know what feet are.
We've tried so many macarons. Like people have sent them to us over the years because they want us to carry them in our shop. And there's some that we have spit right out of our mouth, to be quite frank.
They're ordered from like fancy places.
And they're not good. That macaron
Logan says you cheated. Judging by the look of them, I don't think she cheated.
I did not cheat, but what he's saying,
the judges were biased.
Because he said the judges were biased because one of them she does work for me. So he thinks that like if she didn't pick mine, it's not like her.
Because it was his
But
favorite.
Kirby wasn't. She wasn't. She's a franchisee. I mean, and they gave I wish we would have recorded their technical things that they were saying. Like they had terms I had no idea. And then Kirby's like, well, next time you make these, I said, I'm never making these again. But I would have packaged them up and given them as gifts. I thought they were that pretty and that good.
Good. Well, maybe you should.
And I I think if I tried to make them again, I would probably mess up so badly.
You used to do a whole cookie spread every year for Christmas, remember?
Yeah.
Because we have a table upstairs that bears the witness of your hot
cookies.
That was me.
Yeah, I remember you guys saying that.
Trying to help.
Yeah. I had put the wax paper down on one of those like old wood folding
laminate tables.
Yeah. And it like re-waxed all the areas where I put the hot cookies. Because I mean, I was just getting those.
Oh, Britton was so sweet that one year. I mean, she put the Christmas tree up. She made cookies. I mean, she was just trying so hard to, because work was crazy.
And then the tree fell down.
And the tree fell. And she called Kevin just crying.
The base had rusted. And so it just like tipped over. So Dad came home. He like got home so quick, and we tied it up with fishing line to the curtain rod for the year.
It was,
it was sketchy.
It worked. We bought a new tree.
We used to, when I was a kid growing up, we used to get we go cut our own down. But one year we like got it like really last minute at like a tree lot. And it fell down on us while we were opening presents on Christmas morning. My sister Sarah was just like holding the tree up, like, okay, this present's for Becky. You know?
I just worry about the fires when those with the real ones. But
we have a like maybe 6-7 foot tree, so it's not that big, and the dogs knock it over.
Oh, of course.
My tree is very, very tall. We need to have scaffolding to decorate it.
And usually stays up for a while too, doesn't it?
Oh, I leave it up for a really long time because it's a pain. But it is a very pretty tree. Whatever thing it is, it looks very realistic. Yeah. It's very pretty.
I do love that for you.
But it is a pain. I can't believe it. Like, I almost should put my tree up now, I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's time. You could also make it a Halloween tree because it's
maybe after we get home from Florida.
Yeah, after we get home from Florida.
Yeah, Patty's going to have to.
Oh, because my brothers are coming for Christmas. So I've got extra people. My brother's from Texas.
Yeah.
So I think I bought like, I don't know, 28 stockings when everybody was here last time. They were like stockings everywhere.
And filling it for everybody. That's so
There
kind.
were stockings everywhere. Yeah. So I know I have stockings for everyone.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of stockings for that reason too, because my kids would be like, well, why didn't they get a stocking if they were there Christmas morning?
What's crazy is that we're already talking Christmas. But mind you, we say this all the time. We're already like in the thick of Christmas. Like we're making our holiday baskets. We're sending stuff to
Amazon changed their parameters of how to do stuff. And then they're like, you need to get out 4,500 gift sets by next week or they won't be there in time for Christmas.
Yeah. And with the dock strike going on and everything, it's just everything is kind of like, okay.
And luckily, we do have a warehouse in New Jersey. We are able to secure most of our coffee beans.
Yes,
so
that's great.
Hopefully, we will be okay.
Yes.
But they are waiting for some harvests, which will be interesting to see how that all plays out. And I just want to, before we go on further, say our prayers and thoughts are with everybody in the South right now, in North Carolina, Virginia, Tennessee.
We can't even imagine it
is unbelievable. It is so surreal watching that footage and thinking about your loved ones and if they're okay. Some of the stories we talked about this morning, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And we feel very disconnected. I love the people that are going and helping. One of Houston's friends is in North Carolina. They're actually going and helping people.
Yeah, I think they were going
bless
to
all
make
of you
sure,
that
like,
are.
Their aunt was okay, but they brought tons of supplies. They cleared her road. They've been delivering groceries. They've been
because the devastation is, and we were just at Biltmore a few years ago, in like that little city in the valley.
Does Biltmore have any damage?
You were in Asheville, weren't you?
I guess it knocked down. We were in Asheville. Yeah, we stayed there. I guess Kevin told me, I don't know, that the sign where it was like the last flood level, like it ripped that sign down.
Oh, wow.
Because there was a bad flood in 1917 and I guess 1940.
Okay.
But I think if you're on the side of the mountains, you just don't, you don't expect water to come rushing down a hillside like that.
Can you imagine what it would have been like back in 1917 when you didn't have all the technology to tell you a storm was coming and it just hits and you're just devastated?
I mean, I feel like, though, you might have been better prepared.
You're probably better prepared, for food. I mean, you're used to, you can go up in the mountains and forage for yourself just because that's what you do.
Yeah.
And then people vacation. I think about the people that are vacationing there, and then now they don't even know the area or
how to get help.
Because we were in Nashville and a tornado was coming. We hear the tornado's coming, but we have no idea what county we're in.
Yeah.
We have no, we have no idea.
Yeah. I can tell you what city I'm in. And that's all you got.
Yeah, so we called the people at the main house and we're like, okay, so where is this tornado? And they're like, oh yeah, it's coming our way. If it gets bad, just run to our house, which is 1.5 miles away.
Run.
In a tornado.
For sure.
I put my purse on. They made fun of me because I'm my little crossbody person. We drank wine and figured it would be fine.
Oh my God.
It was a great bonding experience for a group of strangers. We got together for the female integrator mastermind. I think there were like 9 women there or something.
Oh, and you guys didn't even really know each other.
We didn't know each other, no. And all of a sudden we're faced with this.
Well, you might as well get drunk.
So some girls went upstairs and slept, and then the 5 or 6 of us, maybe 5 of us, we just opened wine.
Yeah, and it is crazy though, because when I was even driving back from golf by that West Branch area, it's only a couple hours north, but they're like saying cross streets on the radio. I'm like,
I don't know.
Is that
no
close
idea.
to me? Is that I don't know.
I don't know where I am.
My
I'm
phone's
driving.
yelling at me, but
I just know you were trying to outrun the storm, and luckily you did.
But the videos that I've seen, it is so surreal.
So
to even
surreal.
Like conceive of what's going on. It's kind of
houses washed away. Like
Washing,
just
the
crazy. Power of water is amazing.
Okay.
But I do like that they're doing the satellites and stuff so that people can get communication. Yeah. And I didn't know if you have an iPhone that you can open it up and do a satellite.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they just they did on the 14 and older or newer or something. They put a thing where you literally can go to your settings and put on satellite. So
interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Makes sense. But anyway, I don't want to. But it's just our thoughts and prayers are with everybody affected, and it's so many people.
Yeah,
so many people, and it really puts life in perspective about what's important.
Yeah.
And then you're just grateful for what you have, like power,
Well, and just family, just knowing your family's safe is a huge blessing.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys are getting ready to head down to Florida, but hopefully not in that area.
No, we're going to Orlando, so it's fine. It's very inland, but it will be very rainy there.
Some flooding, but it's supposed to rain every single day, and not like Florida on off rain, but like rain.
Well, Tuesday was when I just looked at yesterday. Tuesday was the only day that said it's going to rain all day. The rest were off and on, so which is normal.
Yeah, I mean, I saw
Florida.
80 every day.
Last year, you guys were going to go live from Florida, and you got a little distracted. Do you want to try it this year?
I don't know what's on our agenda that day. I have to look at our agenda and see.
Okay.
But
Belle, did you get my ransom note I wrote you?
We might even be able to do the thing where we start the stream from here and we call into it.
Oh, sure.
That would work.
Okay. And split the screen or something.
All right, we'll make a plan.
Try to figure it out. Unless we're somewhere, and then that's going to be pretty difficult.
Okay, we'll make a plan.
I think
we'll
Tuesday and Thursday. I think we're at
I have no idea.
Legoland somewhere, but I don't think we have anything.
To travel with Laurie is to know that there is a itinerary, and it's a fun
schedule.
One. Yeah,
I don't color code it anymore. I used to give us colors.
Yeah. Hey, but there's always something to do. But and the best part,
it is a pro tip. If you're going on family vacation, even with extended family, if you just assign blue and red or black and whatever, white, pictures look gorgeous. If you guys all are color coordinated.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
So
Crystal says it's a pool day.
Oh, it's a pool day. Okay.
So maybe Crystal's going to be live next week too.
Yes, we could have Crystal live.
Yay. I like how Crystal...
And Crystal loves my color-coordinated schedules.
But you guys, Crystal just had to stop and look at the schedule, unless she's got it memorized, and was like, all right, guys, it's a pool day. And that is the power of the schedule. And knowing Laurie, there's probably also nap time scheduled.
We're also
every day, daily nap.
So many different units that the schedule helps, because then everybody's like, oh, they're going to be here.
Yes. Yeah, because you have so many people.
If you want to hang out, this is what pool we're at.
How many people are going?
It's not 30, is it?
It's in the 20s, though.
That's a lot of people to organize.
No, it's close to 30.
Yeah.
It's got to be. I thought you said 27 last
What did Bill say? I can see that he commented, but I can't see what he said.
He said, I'm supposed to get my coffee beanery delivery today. I did see your
order. And I wrote you a note from us, and my favorite part is going to be if you can read it.
Oh, yeah.
Patty is like serial killer notes.
It's Halloween, guys. I'll write all the notes this month if you want me to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it might be better than my cursive, which apparently people can't read cursive anymore.
We've been talking about this, right? Like, she always writes the notes. And if you guys don't know, if you get a gift and you ask for something to be handwritten here, or a note, we handwrite them. And by we, I mean them, because I'm not allowed to write the notes because my handwriting's so bad. However, Laurie writes in cursive, and we've recently discovered that basically anybody, 20 and under.
I literally
probably 25.
Somebody here was going through a difficult time, and I had to leave, so I wasn't able to talk to them. So I quick wrote just a little letter of encouragement to give to them, and my son had to read it to them because they couldn't read cursive.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
How old do you think the person was?
I mean, companies are
young 20s.
Yeah, companies are changing logos.
Yeah,
because they're in cursive. Yeah. Packaging's having to change.
I mean, can anybody read this? Well, and there's been a couple of times where Ashley's designed things, and I'm like, we got to get away from cursive. We can't do it anymore. People can't read it.
I feel like there's two kinds of cursive though. There's script fonts, and then there's cursive.
Because I kind of do I do a cursive and regular. Yeah. I mix mine almost into one.
I'd say this is probably
is very scripty.
Yeah.
This is very.
And then there's a real cursive, but
yeah, I think.
Well, this is like real cursive, I would say. The one we do is kind of like mock cursive.
Somebody new did. The first note they wrote was in cursive. It was like, oh, we can't write in cursive.
Yeah, not anymore.
People don't know how to read it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. They don't teach it anymore.
Your little notes. It is crazy, Patty.
Oh, yeah.
I love
we do like to give you guys notes.
We do. Yeah.
Somebody wrote a song, or what? You guys wrote a poem or a song to someone during COVID? You guys had a whole little thing, or you're drawing notes. Somebody, is Branson.
Oh, Branson.
What was Branson doing?
I know we did the Wu-Tang thing where we took that picture and sent it and autographed it and sent it to somebody. They put some funny note about like the Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh, yeah.
So we took a picture throwing up the Wu-Tang sign and then we autographed it, laminated it, and put it in their packed. We never heard anything back though. I was so disappointed.
I think I did a signed autograph of one of my friends because he'd do recipes or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And a girl, I can't remember, she's like, marry me or something. Yeah. So I took a picture of him and put it in her package.
That's
so
funny.
Creepy.
Well, it's just kind of fun that we can do stuff like that. And obviously we know all of your, names from our live and just everything else. We get excited when we see your orders and we're like, we're writing you a note.
Yeah.
So did you want to talk about what I did this weekend?
Oh, God.
I don't even know what this weekend was.
She went to Chicago.
I went to Chicago, and it was really fun because my boys were in Chicago, too. So they go to a concert, and my daughter and I go to a concert.
Different concerts.
So they, like, chill out at 4:00 p.m., go to have dinner, go to the bar, and go sit down during this concert. We left after school Thursday. I arrived there. We go have dinner, and I have to get up at 1:00 a.m. to go camp on the streets of Chicago.
In a nasty neighborhood
area.
Yeah.
Sketchy. Like the security people are like, we're not going to be here from 4 to 8. We don't recommend you guys camp out. Of course, we camped out anyway.
Can't lose your spot in line.
We were 3 and 4 in line for Gracie Abrams.
Nice.
What? So
I just want to hear.
Oh my gosh.
Come here.
Justify.
So we're in camp chairs, camping out
Yeah.
overnight. Homeless people are there. I mean, it is pretty sketchy. And so we camped out for over 16 hours till the next day at 4:30 and there were no bathrooms. And the little coffee shop down the way was kicking the kids out when they tried to use that bathroom.
Huh.
I went in there. They did not kick me out because I'm an adult. So we had to go like to the Sonic that was like barred up and you had to make a purchase. I don't know how many tater tots we had to purchase.
I have no problems with tater tots for potties.
It was really, really insane. And then we go through security and we're in line and then they're like, the girls behind us are like going, this is a free for all. Like just to be warned, you're going to be trampled. Everyone has sneakers on but me. I have little heels on. There's 2 flights of stairs.
How long are you standing in those heels for?
Well, I changed. Like you go and then you change.
Okay.
Did you just like leave your chairs on the street or did you?
No, my car was parked really close, but I bought $8 camp chairs so we could leave them on the street if needed. And people will leave their sweats, their blankets, everything.
So just
because you can't take it in the venue. And they give it to homeless people. Actually, they give it away. Yeah. But anyway, so I'm just like, okay, like trample us. But they didn't. They did this photo op thing. So you had to stop and get your photo. So it slowed down traffic and we had the best seats. And then Sedona was featured on Gracie Abrams' Instagram. So all of her friends are like, code red.
That was cool.
You know.
It was a cute little picture because she had like mascara
she
running down
was
her
crying.
face.
She was hysterical. It was pretty funny. But so she's like big time now, I guess, that she's on the Instagram.
How long were you there total? Like how many hours?
Luckily we crashed with the boys Thursday. Oh, you mean at the concert thing?
Like total, from the time you arrived to wait in line.
Almost 24 hours.
Yeah.
You guys, you couldn't pay
It was 23 hours. Oh my gosh. And then her little tour bus comes in and they're like, she might be on the bus. So we had to go, they ran down there. And then I got a video of her getting off the tour bus. I was like the most popular person there. Everyone's like, send it to me. Send it to me. You see her like for a second and a half, if that. Like half a second probably.
I can't think of one artist, alive or
Nobody.
dead, that I would wait for.
Wouldn't cry for anybody.
Not
No.
I don't even know her
artist,
music.
Not one celebrity.
I don't
Not
even
one
know who
nothing.
she is.
And if they got the bus, I'd be like,
really
oh, cool.
cute. I
they're
really
getting off the
liked her. I
bus.
liked her music, and she seemed very sweet. I really liked
I
her.
take that back. Maybe Johnny Cash. I might do that for Johnny Cash.
Did she tell you we just showed up at the bar an hour before?
That's what I
Didn't have
said.
to pay for any beer.
Yes.
Because there was a beer up there.
Oh my gosh. And then the craziest thing is sick. It's a venue that seats 7,500 people or 6,500. No, it's 5,000. But it's standing room only. The entire
Insane.
venue is standing room only. And they passed out, no lie, at least 1,500 bottles of water. They're
Because
just
people are passing
giving
out.
water to
Yeah.
everybody. And there's medical emergency. They're like, medical emergency, medical emergency, medical
People are just
emergency.
passing
People are
out.
just passing out. And then the security guard, like they have those little steps. I guess I didn't realize what they're for. So they get on that little step. They just plucked this kid right out of the crowd to go get him help.
Oh my God.
And I'm like in mom mode. So people think probably I'm just staring at him, but I'm like, oh my gosh, is there anything I can do to help? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and this little girl's crying and hyperventilating, and they're
sounds
talking to her.
terrible.
And I'm like, are you okay? These are the things. And then they
nightmares
took
are
her
about,
away, and
right?
then she came back later. And I wished I would have like given her a heart or something. Like, hey, I wasn't staring at you. I just wanted you to be okay.
Yeah.
We went to a concert of Lizzie McAlpine a few weeks
You've gone
ago,
to so many concerts.
and
Holly.
she stopped the concert. They left the stage and said, "You've got to get this under control."
Because like people were passing out and stuff.
Yeah.
Never.
And it was freezing. I was cold. But see, that's, I think, because we're on the barricade, which we waited forever for. I had
Yeah.
a jacket on, actually.
Yeah.
But I think the people in the middle, and like
I
I'm
would
resting,
never.
leaning on the fence.
Yeah.
And I sat down until it was time for the concert to start.
My crowd anxiety right now
sounds
says absolutely
horrible.
not.
Yeah.
It
Not
is
doing
really, it sounds horrible. It sounds like a torture or whatever. But the really cool thing is, like the people in line we knew from other concerts, it's like you get this camaraderie. And then we went to Meghan Trainor Monday night.
How many
And
concerts is
we
this
were
in this
like,
month?
we were driving in, and the one of the little girls that was behind us, not girl, she's grown adult. She and went by, and I waved at her. I had my braids in, so I knew she didn't know. And I pointed at Sedona, and then she's like, ah, she wanted to stop and talk to us. And the parking people are like, go, keep going.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But they all communicate on their little lives.
Patty
And
said,
I don't
nope,
even know what.
nope, we're with you.
That sounds terrible.
We're with you. Sounds awful.
It's her thing. She just loves it. But I'm just like, you have an old mom. This is like a lot physically to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. She lives a different life.
And
that's
she
for
like
sure.
snuggled up on the floor or on the ground in a blanket and took a little nap.
Oh no. On the streets of Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
And there's construction going on. It was crazy. There were 400 people in general admission. And there were like 200 people on our side. It was wrapped around the building.
My sister-in-law and brother-in-law live in Chicago, and they're always so horrified about the streets and how disgusting the streets are. Like the second you get into their house, you immediately take your shoes off.
Don't blame them.
Sleeping on the streets of Chicago sounds like my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you're desperate.
Yeah,
she was tired.
I guess so. Ooh.
And the number 1 and 2 people, I told the mom, go sleep in your car. Her car was right there, and she had to go to training the next morning and whatever. I'm like, just we'll keep your spot.
Yeah.
But then I said I'd watch over her daughter, and then like at I don't know what time, 3 a.m. or whatever, I look over, her daughter's gone, and I'm like, oh, I'm a horrible babysitter. What is someone? I'm like, if someone stole her, she would have said something. I had her number. I'm like, do I text her and say your daughter's gone?
Where'd she go?
But then I thought about texting like 45 minutes later. I didn't want to think I didn't notice.
Yeah.
She went in the car and slept.
Oh.
In the warmth of their car.
Nice.
So you held both of their spots.
I did.
Oh, that was nice of you.
Mm-hmm.
I
Very
did.
nice.
So that's what you do, though. You just kind of get in groups and.
Yeah.
Again, my worst nightmare.
Absolutely.
But anyway, so that
So,
was
yeah,
a very
I'm
long
waiting
story.
for to do
National Coffee Day was crazy.
Oh,
so
insane.
thank you guys for all the orders.
Yeah, we sent out 549 packages on Monday.
I know there's still a couple things that we're waiting on.
There is a couple things on the wall.
Yeah.
And the whole Shaw family is gone next week. So just be nice and patient with everybody because I always feel bad like taking. I mean, what do you do? It's a family company.
Morning, Charles.
And that's just the way it is.
You
right?
have to
our one time a year that we do it.
Yep.
And we've done it since Britton was like 9 months old.
Yeah.
Like the same week, same place.
Yeah, which is so fun.
Yeah, that's Estelle was like, why do we always get to go for Dallas's birthday? Like, it's not for his birthday. This is just, it's the same week every year.
Yeah,
and his
and
birthday's
always
the same
been
week
that
every
way.
year.
But how fun that he gets to go, which it's his birthday today. So happy day you gave birth.
It is.
You know?
Happy Dallas's
Why don't we
birthday.
get celebrated on the
He's
days that we
6.
gave birth? I mean, we did a whole lot more to bring them into this world than they did to get here.
True.
You know, especially they didn't move their little butts in a position, you know. Come on.
No kidding.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would like
true.
flowers every year on the day I gave birth from my children who I gave birth to. Thank you very much.
That's a good idea.
Right?
Yeah, celebrate your mom on your
Right?
birthday.
And my son that I didn't give birth to, he can give me flowers too, just because.
Yes.
I'm going to
Because
text them that later.
I was going to say, but he's probably has caused you the least amount of pain. He's such a good kid.
He is such a good kid.
Yeah.
I can't even say he's a kid now. He's almost 24, but you know.
That's just
A grown-up.
crazy.
Yeah, right. He's a grown man. You know, I love when you call this. We had a water main break, and my son, you know, does water main breaks. And we came up here, and I was like, I don't understand why it's bubbling in the middle of the road. And he's like, water will find the easiest path. Mom, it's fine. You know, like this is how water
Is that
mains
what
work.
happened?
Yeah, we had a full water main break, and we came up here that Sunday. And
That's called Mother's Day, Logan.
yeah.
But we
we
want each of them.
we get-
Each of our births celebrated.
We get everything, Logan. We need more holidays. I don't
It's
think you understand giving
dramatic.
birth, okay? Giving birth's not fun. P.S. Logan, okay?
Well, I don't even know
Yeah.
why it didn't occur to me. Like I drove into work and there's like a little, it's
Bubbling
bubbling.
brook, yeah, in the middle of the road.
The road is
Yeah.
bubbling.
Well,
and I'm like,
because
okay,
it
that's
floods all
kind
the
of weird.
time.
But it wasn't flooded. It was definitely bubbling. But I'm like, that's
Yeah.
kind of weird. And then when I left, it was like a little fountain. And I
Yeah.
was like,
Did you
Yeah.
call Patti?
when I got on the highway, I thought, gosh, you know, maybe our roaster isn't gonna, the water won't work.
Yeah, because we need water to roast,
to
weirdly
quench the
enough.
beans. So I'm
Yeah.
like, so I
Yeah.
called Logan, and Logan said, call Patti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my son was actually with me, and he's like, let's just go up there. And we got up here, and they have to call everybody in, and it takes like 45 minutes and they had to have a whole crew. And I actually found out, I told you it'd be up by 7 o'clock that night. They didn't get it up until 4 a.m.
Oh,
They
so
were
it's
there
a
the
good thing.
entire time.
But I thought nobody's down here on the weekends to
No,
see
it's
it
a
or
completely
anything.
deserted road.
And she's like, did you take a picture? And I'm like, huh.
no.
I was smart.
But luckily I live like
Did they
4
fix
minutes
the
away.
drain while they were in there?
I don't know, because that would be like the road commission came and paved everything. So I don't know if they
I just
dug
didn't
it
know
out
why
or
they had
anything.
it ripped. They had the whole thing ripped up.
Yeah, we got a new road. So
Yeah,
Well,
like
they
the
did it
whole-
would
yeah.
seem like
Yeah.
it makes
Because that
sense.
drain's always a
my son
problem.
has this app on his phone where he can look and see all of the water lines and the sewer lines. So when we're on the phone with her, and Nick is looking at his phone, and he goes, okay, what side of the road is that? And she's like, in the middle. And my husband's in the background going, north or east. And I'm like, don't say that to her. We
I
don't
heard
know.
that. She's like, we don't know that stuff.
Yeah,
She's
don't
like,
say
closer
that.
to our building or the other building?
Yeah, and she's like, it's in the middle of the road. I said, okay. And so Nick's looking, and there's sewer on that side.
I'm like, I
water on
really
this
felt like
side.
it was in the middle.
And they couldn't get our water off at first, because he's like, well, I'll be turning off this building here. I'm like, yeah, but will you please have it on by tomorrow, because we need it to work. He's like, absolutely. So it was good that, you know, you called, because we wouldn't have had water the next day.
Yeah, I just can't believe I just didn't even.
Yeah, but
There is water in the road a lot, but then I'm like, it's bubbling. That's kind of weird. And then when I was leaving, after I went by it, I went, that was a fountain.
That looks really
Well, so I
weird.
said to my son, I said,
May
I don't
not be good.
understand why there's not a water line in the middle of the road. He says, water will find
And
the
how
easiest
did
path.
it just break there?
Right. And that was, but see, I told him,
And then I
think
thought,
that
what
we
if there
have-
was a sinkhole? I'm
Yeah.
I'm terrified of sinkholes.
They
Okay,
are
so
scary.
like Florida on the like whole like what west side of Florida is like limestone, and I've watched like documentaries about like houses just getting sucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Florida actually scares me for like limestone, because like the whole west side is
They
like
have a lot of sinkholes.
I thought about
Yeah.
that because I'm like, where my pool is. I'm like, can you? I had a nightmares about this last night. Actually, my whole house just like
Yeah.
like draining forever
Yeah.
underneath it, and then just
Yeah,
yes,
and
just
just kicking
because
it,
I'm like,
yeah.
there's swamps, there's
Yeah.
whatever.
the things that keep us up at night, you know. I mean, I thought the last 5 nights that my house was going to burn down in the middle of the night. So,
Yeah.
you know,
For good reason.
for good reasons. I didn't have power for 5 days. And you know what? Sometimes you just need to call the electrician on day one and not
the
pretend like you
real
can fix
electrician.
it. The real
The real.
electrician.
Yeah,
That's
there's
the
a
way to do
point
it.
where
I
yeah.
was there. I got to that point. So thank you, Lord. I have power. And
yes,
Yeah.
That's
did I tell you guys when I turned my lease in that they tried to charge me $3,000 for my
No.
car?
no.
Yeah, I got a letter from them, and they're like, there's we inspected it, and they're like, and there was this tiny nick here and this tiny scratch here, and that's going to be $300. And I'm just like, absolutely absurd. Like, you've got to be kidding me. And you guys saw my car. Like,
Oh yeah.
there didn't look
Yeah.
like anything, right? It
No.
was- and I just said, no, you guys, and I was going to
Morning,
keep fighting them
Cindy.
and fighting them and
There's
fighting
like
them.
a normal wear and tear. for
Melissa.
sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Your due date
Oh.
is almost here.
Melissa's going to give birth very
we need to see
soon.
pictures of the belly.
Yes.
I know. You
I
got to
know.
be close, right?
Um,
And towards the end of the month.
yeah, I
but
think
still,
it was like October.
You never
20 something.
know.
I know.
It's going to
It's
be
time.
soon.
Yep. Hey, Cindy. Nice to see you.
Oh, I want the belly picture.
I know.
I bet she's so cute.
I know.
I love bellies.
I know.
Pregnant bellies. Not just the booty belly
this belly is not our friend today.
not menopausal bellies.
Yeah,
Those are
yeah.
so cute.
Perimenopause, all those. Not
Like,
the sexiest.
We're what? About 2 weeks away from CHB and Mary Mocha.
I was going to
Oh,
say
yeah.
they're coming.
And
Yeah.
then Advent calendars are beginning of November.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to come so
I
fast.
sold somebody some CHB the other day. She was
I
the
know.
sweetest lady, and she called and she says, "Can I just get my order in now?" I'm like, "Yeah, just don't tell Britton." Putting the order in.
I saw it on the wall.
I
and
know.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, we
Not
don't
a
have
big
the
deal.
coffee. So.
Yeah, and I told her, I said it'll be after the 15th. She says, I just want to, I want to have my order
To
in.
get my order.
I think she ordered like 10 or 15 bags. She's like, I just said, you'll be the very first this year to get it.
It was
so,
10.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She's a really sweet customer.
37 weeks. Yeah.
37,
okay.
Melissa, yay. Bigger than a house, is that what you said? Aw.
No, she said feeling huge.
Okay, I can't see from over there,
The
Melissa.
text is
Yeah.
really tiny. He can come anytime.
I can see that it's your name, and that's all I can
remember
see.
just getting to the end and being so over it.
Yes. Ugh.
So over it.
And I was trying to get my finals finished for you. I was studying for my exam, for my final exam. And they're like, honey, you're not going home with the baby. Put the books away.
Yeah.
Well,
My water was broken, so I knew I wasn't leaving.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you weren't leaving.
No. A classmate of mine had her baby in the front seat of her car on the way to the hospital. I think they sent her home like twice or something.
That's like,
Oh,
because
that
she
would be
wasn't
so
far enough,
annoyed.
and then literally in the front seat of the car.
Wow.
that was always my worst nightmare, was getting sent home. And with my son Lane, I went to the hospital, and I was in labor all day here. And I didn't really know, but I went to the hospital, and I was like, I'm going to lie and say that my contractions are 3 minutes apart. And of course, as soon as they check you, they know, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, they're 3 minutes apart. They're like, you're at like 9 centimeters. You're not going home. I'm like, okay, good. I don't have to lie.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I'd go from whatever to ready to give birth. And
0 to 100.
quick.
Yeah.
I wish
I guess 0 to
did
10
that.
is the more.
My water.
They're like, no, you're fine, you're
breaking
fine. And then I
nothing.
remember grabbing the poor kid. I'm like, you can deliver my baby.
it
It's coming out.
I don't care. You're doing it.
And then Sedona, our 6, should have been so easy. And oh no, she was
because
ridiculous.
they say it gets easier each time
No.
you give birth, right?
It's supposedly.
Well, and there's a 14-year gap. I mean,
It was.
You know.
I was
That's
the
my
last
second
one
worst
going home.
nightmare, giving birth 14 years later. My son's almost 14. That would be, don't even. And I'm honestly almost the same age you were when that happened. You leave it alone. Leave it over there.
Giving that baby juju over there.
Take it back.
You guys sent that thing. That woman was 64.
I
Was
sent
she
it to
really
you.
pregnant?
Yes, I don't
Was
know.
she really
I
pregnant?
couldn't tell.
64.
It was her
That-
mom,
that
and she was
seems
filming her.
so
And they're like,
dangerous.
when Willie Earl comes over to visit your mom, her gentleman
Could you
friend.
imagine?
No. What do you
could-
do
You
with
could
it?
barely get up and
I
down
can
from the
imagine at
floor.
my age.
Oh.
No, you were exhausted after a night with the kid. Like,
Well,
a
I mean,
2 hour, 3 hour.
How old was
visit.
Sarah from the Bible? Wasn't she in her 80s when she gave birth?
What?
Yes.
Yeah, but they lived to like 120, so that
Methuselah
seems a
was
little
like
weird.
900 something.
Who
in the
lived to
Bible.
120?
I mean, they
in
used
the
to live for
Bible, they
hundreds of
used-
years.
Like Methuselah in the Bible was in like 900.
Noah was how old? Like
Wow.
500
I
or
don't know,
600?
we need to get our
or
Bible
something?
out,
Seems
guys.
wild. I did not know any of that. Now.
Yeah. I can't remember, who did Sarah give birth? Was it John the Baptist?
I have
Because
no
the
idea.
angel came to her and said, like, hey, you're going to give birth. And
gonna
she's
give
like,
birth.
ha ha.
Sounds
You got to be
wild.
kidding.
Oh,
you know
you're
I'm
going to have a little
citizen?
angel dream.
Yeah.
An angel dream's coming,
You
Your
Patty.
baby's
Jesus,
coming.
it is not the time.
You put it in the universe.
Jesus,
Put
no.
it out there.
I repent, Lord, no.
I can't imagine if I mean, if I was, that's a Sedona's like, Mom, just don't get pregnant.
I was telling my husband, like,
I think she needs it.
who, you?
Sedona.
Sedona.
Oh, God, a
Oh my
little
God.
sister.
No, she needs a reality check.
That's what she says. No, because you couldn't spend all the money on me.
Yeah.
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 There's a whole different world when you start buying diapers again. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
I'm just
changing diapers
exhausted.
again?
Over again. It's
No.
so
And my best
exhausting.
friend has a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
Bobby's 7 already?
Yeah.
He's got to be 7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was just born.
Oh, no, he'll be 7.
Patty's
He'll
laughing
be
at us.
7.
He'll be 7 in January.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
because
okay.
he's right
In between
Dallas
them.
is 6, and then
Yeah.
well, Estelle will be 8 in February.
No, I have an 8th grader, so
maybe
we're good.
no, because he won't be 8. He'll be 7.
Yeah, Dev turned 6 in January.
Mm-hmm.
It is weird how quick it goes, though. I know it's so cliche, but like it is weird how quick it goes.
Even with Sedona,
Yeah.
that's Kevin and I are like, she's a freshman in high school.
Yeah,
Like,
and you were
it's
just pregnant with
crazy.
her like a week ago. Okay,
Seriously.
like I do
Like
remember
literally
this.
1 week.
1 week.
Absolutely 1 week.
I've been in a fever dream for a while.
I know, it's like that baby weight. It's like, oh, she's 15 almost.
Yeah.
I guess I can only blame myself now.
Let me put a little more sugar in this coffee and call it a day.
Yeah. So
Oh,
we got
goodness.
holiday coffee coming soon.
I like how
I
Frank
know,
is
but
getting us on
because we
track.
got to get back to the
Brittany
warehouse.
has always been the adult of
I've
the
got
3 of
stuff
us.
to do.
Oh, on our way to
But-
our photo shoot a couple
And then
weeks ago,
hopefully we'll have all our coffee.
we laughed about how our photo shoot used to be all fake diamonds and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And how you came in and made us stop, and then we just giggled the entire time there. Because
Well, I don't mind some of it, but sometimes it's so hard to edit around.
Oh, it
when
was
you have
ridiculous.
so much
When we look
stuff.
back.
and we were like, how many things have Britain made us stop doing because we needed to?
Yeah. It was just too hard to edit.
We're bad together. We just encourage each other to.
We really just enjoy it.
It's not that they weren't cute.
They were cute, but we laugh at them now because
applications
they're
were
pretty gaudy now.
frustrating.
We're like, let's put a white raspberry mocha in a martini glass and make this glass pull out
and
diamonds.
put diamonds everywhere.
Everywhere.
That used to be our
Everywhere.
drug photo shoots.
Oh, I
But-
wonder what Julie and what they really thought.
Our photographer
prob-
and our food stylist,
They were probably like, these girls are crazy,
they
but
did
we're just
make them
going to
look
go with them.
beautiful, though. I don't know what Bill said over there.
Said, have a great rest of the week, ladies. Happy shipping.
Bill, thank you for
Thank
always
you.
reminding us when we
Thank
need to stop
you.
talking.
It is
He's
good.
I know.
always our end, our sign off. And on
Yeah.
that note, everybody have a great week.
I hope
Yeah.
everybody has a great week and be safe, and just our prayers and hopes for everybody down south.
And we might be broadcasting half in
Yeah,
Florida.
And we might be in
find out.
Florida next week.
Somebody will be here next week.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
probably definitely be here. We'll see.
Bye.
Bye.
Hold on, I gotta end it in 2 places. We're still live on this side.